Hey everybody, I am Oliver Joyce, the creator of Swords and Sandals, and I thought to celebrate the launch of the fan mod expansion for the Swords and Sandals Classic Collection, I check out some of these fan mods that have been put together. There are some kind of crazy ones out there, so we're just going to spend a few minutes going through each of them and seeing what they're all about. So put on your swords, grab your sandals, and join me for an epic adventure in the ancient world of Swords and Sandals Classic Collection. All right, let's jump in. The Classic Collection has been around for a long time, as you guys know. Swords and Sandals was first built in 2006, which means I started working on it in 2005, and actually even earlier than that, in the early 2000s, when it wasn't even called that. And here we are, some 20 odd years later, older and grayer. But one of the things that brings me joy is seeing how much people love the series. And so on that note, I really just want to thank you guys for being fans of Swords and Sandals. The Classic Collection is very dear to my heart and also dear to a lot of you guys. When you load up the game now, and about a week and a half ago or something, I uploaded the fan mod patch. And now you can see you can play the fan mods. So let's have a look. Who's this monstrosity? It's the little fat armorer. So it's a mixture of... if you play the game, you know who that is. And you'll see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 updates, 10 mods. So including one by myself, Who Wants to Be a Gladiator, mods by Tofi, Zorgius, Rexar, Spoon again, Zorgius again, Niram, Spoon, and Rexar. So I want to thank those modders, first of all, for breathing life back into the series and all your epic hard work putting these together. First of all, we've got to check out my original Who Wants to Be a Gladiator. This is some of the features of it. Some tougher gladiators, rename marine champions, high quality art that will melt your graphics card and also your heart. We'll see about that. No more permadeath, new title screen. A little bit of background. Who Wants to Be a Gladiator was actually the prototype name for Swords and Sandals. You can check that out in the gallery. You can see some more art from what would have been the name of the game, but that ended up being changed. And I thought it would be fun to do a little mod of that. So let's check it out. I was promised high quality graphics. Oh my god. I got none of those. Right, I sang this theme song when I was early 20s, a long time ago. So that predates Swords and Sandals, and this was the original tagline for it. How to play this game. Oh, there you go. Your boat was sunk, now you're in strife, so grab a sword or grab a knife. Tonight you're fighting for your life. Who wants to be a gladiator? I can't even sing like that anymore. I'm too old. Oh no, we get the theme song again. Let's go new gladiator. The unhappyator. Little in-joke there. Look, let's go random gladiator. That guy looks perfectly ridiculous for this game. Give him a bit of attack. Yeah, it's Swords and Sandals. You know the drill. Our story begins on a buck's night at sea. You are the best man doing what you do best, eating fast food with your mates. And look, this isn't how I remember the original intro. Everyone shipped in to hire a party boat for the weekend, and you can't wait to get stuck in the Sword and Sandals 4. Problem is, no one actually knows how to sail a boat, and the deposit for the party boat is non-refundable. The mood lightens greatly when a good mate Tabington suggests a midnight game of Marco Polo. Don't ask me, I don't know what I was thinking. Lack of sleep. Unfortunately, no one understands the rules for the game. You wonder if you'll ever get any time in for Sword and Sandals 4 at all now. Lucky for you, some other drunks on a big night out happen to be passing by. They offer you a lift. You'll just begin to think you may have been better off just booking that cabin in Sharpsdale after all. Well, this introduction goes quickly. The drunks take you as far as Mr. Moody's Big Fun Arena Island. You wonder if it has good Wi-Fi. This game may not actually be canon. As you stumble up into the arena, you wonder, and if not for the last time, if you should have just... I can't remember the last bit. Alright, here we are. Here's Mr. Muji, the classic Sword and Sandals philosopher. Now, first thing you notice, armory on this side, weaponsmiths on that side. That seems wrong. Let's go to the armory. Okay. You have a look of someone who's about to waste my time. Oh, thank you. That's very kind. You get some different looking armor there, some ridiculousness to it. We'll keep what we've got. All right. If you want to go waste my time, you wouldn't be the first. Okay, and the weaponsmith, of course, looks like this. Look at this high quality graphics. Tiger and the Lounge for Bastard at Arms. Buy something already. Everyone's very rude in this mod. Grab yourself a dagger. Cool. And head into the arena. This bit's the same, except for Muji in the background. And I believe he has a bucket of chicken in his head. But good thing about Sword and Sandals 1, it's the most fast-paced of all the games. Battles are over really quick. It's almost the purest Sword and Sandals. It's kind of Sword and Sandals distilled down to the very basics, and there's something kind of cool about that, because I got to admit, in the later iterations of it, and certainly in games like Sword and Sandals Immortals, it's a very different game. It's really much more complicated, and you got to kind of learn a lot more. This one you can just kind of get away with, button mashing basically. Oh. Now, Sword and Sandals 1 has the fun feature of being permadeath. So, see if he kills me. Oh, he's struggling. He can't. Oh, there he goes. Permadeath. And that would be the end. Your gladiator wasn't saving everything, but you truly shat the bed out there today. Never fear, we'll patch you up and try again. One feature of the mod, you can get back out there or flee in terror. Cool. And then you get back out and you can fight again. That is a high quality mod by a high quality developer. Being myself. Anyway, try it out if you feel like trying Sword and Sandals 1 again. Alright, let's get on to the next mod. Now, we're not going to play all of these today because they're pretty in-depth and so on, but we'll let's check out, what's this one? Sword and Sandals 2 Extended. Some pretty cool features there. New arena champion, pretty high, but for now, what about after Starbound? New bosses and so on. Let's check this one out. So yeah, there's mods for Sword and Sandals 2, 3, and 4, and 1 as well. Nothing for Crusader yet. But as fan mods come in, I will try and update this. So the title screen for this one looks just like the other one. You didn't change that. Some of the mods actually changed the title screen as well. You can even load your old gladiators in. Just load up Zounds. Chapter 1, Rot to Dead. So, new text for this. This is not the story I wrote, but that's cool. You get a whole new story. And different arena champions, I believe. Undead Prisoner. Was he the different one? No, I can't remember. No, he's the normal one. I can't remember what is new about this. Enter the arena. Let's fight Neatlet. Oh, I didn't get any armor or weapons. It's been so long since I played Sword and Sandals 3. This one is, I think, came out first in 2007. This was the first kind of dive into the more complicated versions of Sword and Sandals. This one's using some fun music as well, which was one of the soundtracks from Sword and Sandals Immortals, one of the silly ones. And this modder has used that track in the game, with my permission, of course. It's a silly, very silly kind of sounding one, and that's also used in Who Wants to Be a Gladiator. So far, it's been so long since I played Sword and Sandals 1, I'm actually not sure what this mod does, but I should have looked it up. I should go find the arena champion. It was the Undead Prisoner, wasn't it? Yeah. Good thing with Sword and Sandals 3 is you can take on the arena champions at any time. So we'll beat this guy up. These battles start off pretty simple. I don't even have any armor or weapons or anything, and no real skills. But they do get complicated after a while, of course. It's a quick hit. I always find, like, people gamble a lot on the power attack, but sometimes just, death by 1,000 cuts is good. Let's not spare him. Villain that we are, Zounds. And then we'll try our luck at the arena champion. Whoa, it's some evil sounding music. Okay, even buy a weapon. Music Mujis. Level 1 sword. Yeah, buy a sword. Cool. We'll whack Azashi and we'll how do we equip our weapons? It's been so long. Oh yeah, this is cool. I did like this sort of drag and drop inventory. I should love to go back to that in the future because it is the most sort of like paper doll kind of fun. Do you want a helmet? No, let's just challenge. Let's see the Undead Prisoner. Whoa, whoa, that's cool. Skeleton and human mage, and of course you can check out all that stuff as well. He's got a lot of unholy gear that, of course, the original champion, the Fearful Prisoner, did not have. And some scary music for the arena champion as well. Oh. He one-shotted us. Great. Well, yeah, that makes sense. We didn't have any armor or any weapons or anything. And we're back at the town. All right, on to the next mod. This is a rapid-fire session right now. All right, another mod. This one is Sword and Sandals 3 Emperor's Reign, not to be confused with Sword and Sandals 2 Emperor's Reign, which is the original. But this one adds 24 new bosses, some of them from Sword and Sandals 2, but some fresh faces. And also 2.5 times experience rate, which is quite a cool little bonus as well. So let's jump back into Sword and Sandals 3 and see how this one is different. Oh yeah, these are some gladiators that I made from ages. This is actually my original Sword and Sandals one. So some of the mods use your original characters from Sword and Sandals 3 or whatever, and some of them you can save new ones depending on how the modder has set it up. But let's load up Uvantes. He's got a weapon. Or maybe this Snoo Snoo. Snoo Snoo. Okay, chapter 1 I cut above. So this one looks like the same text, but you do level up a lot faster. John the Butcher is the first champion, who of course, here he is. Oh, cool. He's got some custom gear on as well. John the Butcher from Sword and Sandals 2. John the Butcher was condemned to life as a gladiator after spooning a young employee called Oliver. That really happened. He was my my first boss when I was an apprentice. I'm not even an apprentice. I was a casual worker at a butcher's shop, and I, barely lasted less than a week before I got fired because I couldn't move the big heavy chopping block and things. And I swore to get my revenge on John the Butcher many years later by immortalizing him in infamy in the form of becoming a Swords and Sandals villain. And so, none remember the original John the Butcher, but everyone remembers John the Butcher, the gladiator. So, hey, he beat us. He got his revenge after my revenge. 50% off at the Woolwich Meat Emporium today only. Awesome. So the champions have their own custom taunts and things as well. And there's faster experience as well. So if we have a regular battle here against this guy, maybe we'll level up. Although he's a much lower level gladiator than me. And that's right, you've got this undead power. Oh, heals. It's been so long since I played. This is kind of a fun... It's funny going back and seeing the original games, and they are super rough, right? We're not going to lie. They're Flash games and there's rough edges to them, but there's something infinitely playable about them because Flash games back in the era were designed to be played quickly at your desk kind of thing, like basically a coffee break. You know what I mean? Even though that's tea this morning. So they had to grab your attention fast, and that was one of the cool things about Sword and Sandals and so on was. It wasn't designed to really waste your time unless you count the whole game as a waste of time, which, arguably you could. Ooh, good hit. And so everything had to happen quickly. But, the more you get into sort of big desktop downloadable games like the Steam games and so on, you find, try this guy, that the battles go longer, there's more to it, there's more stats. And that, as we grow up, we like more complicated games and so on, but it is often really fun to just go back to the simplicity of youth, and I think that's why the Classic Collection remains popular today. My most popular game on Steam, even though I've got a bunch of remakes and spin-offs and stuff like that, of mixed quality and success. My favorite Sword and Sandals game is probably Sword and Sandals Immortals. It's the one I poured the most into. And it's, it's the most polished and everything, but I do have a soft spot for Sword and Sandals 2. Although, coming back to 3, it is pretty fun again, but I do find 3 takes a little while to warm up. You want to get your skills and powers and so on. Early on, you're kind of limited to these special attacks and so on, but you can do a grapple, it's kind of fun. Come on, die. Oh, critical hit. There we go. No squish. All right. Okay, another mod coming up. All right, so there's this one, Tributum Ultratus. You only fight arena champions. That sounds pretty cool. This one, playable hexapods, new battle tracks, new voice sets, original gangster 24 champions and more. The one that everyone's that looks really cool, and I recommend that one. Antari's March. This one fixes up Sword and Sandals 4, which is a really important one that I know people want. New arena champions on this one. But the one that everyone's talking about is Sword and Sandals 3 Forever. And this has 76 new arena champions and includes a bunch of other cool fixes and things. But this is meant to be a really hard one. So we're going to check this one out now as the last mod of the stream. Sword and Sandals Forever Galacticus Fantasticus, which of course was the name of the tournament at the end of Sword and Sandals 3 that you end up going to enter hell. Okay, and now Neram, who did the mod, has put a ton of work into this custom artwork and new title screens, load soul, new soul, and he's just fantastic modder and he's really passionate about the series. Let's load our guy, Rastan, Chapter 1, the Con Artist. Your adventure begins the infamous Galacticus Fantasticus tournament, a never-ending looking arena that only brings in the best of the best in Tritonia. Your first opponent is well-known local scam artist by the name of Haxapod King. His scope is to win some quick gold to plan his many scams. Alright, let's take this guy on. We go straight to the champion. Let's go to the arena first. Okay, Sod. I didn't have any weapons or anything at all, as happens, so it's going to be tough. Whoa, critical hit. We probably should have bought a weapon. Oh, we got Battle Rage. Well, they have, yeah, we Battle Rage. Cool. That does double damage, I think, or improved chance hit. It's different for each game. I kind of varied up what each thing did. Consistency of rules and so on have never been a Sword and Sandals strong point. But even with Battle Rage, our battle was undone. I hear this is a really hard mod. We're gonna need some weapons. Mr. Moody's Chicken Kitchen. Okay, let's grab ourselves a katana. Can we get a katana? Do we what's in our backpack? Oh, we don't have anything. We've got enough gold for a katana. Too low level though. What about a machete? Hook sword? Dirk? There's so many weapons in Sword and Sandals. Let's get a dirk or a short sword. Let us short sword. Okay, cool. Don't forget to click the helmet icon because back in the day people would forget. You gotta arm yourself. And we get ourselves some. This is high level stuff. Yeah, he sells high level things. There's heaps of shopkeepers in Sword and Sandals 3 from memory. Get ourselves. He sells axes. Where's the low level armorer? He chaos. Second hand armory. Yeah, this is the crap armory from the Forest Brat. Okay, so what have we got? 612. Get ourselves some shoulder guards and some pants. Oh, that's all we can afford. Ooh. Okay, and grab that. And you can check out your character, of course. And got any spells? No, undead troll. Fitting. Oh, what's that? Mysterious stranger. Oh, cool. That's awesome. They changed that up. You can buy guitars from him. Let's check out this. Look at this. This apparently is this massive obelisk thing that goes up, and up. And there are 76 champions to fight. But they're all mysterious until you fight them. The first one is the Haxapod King, who's a wizard. Self-proclaimed Haxapod God gives him the ability to invoke curses. Well, I'm sure we'll beat him, no problem at all. You know, we're well prepared. One round. Okay. Alright. Great. That's awesome. That's a really detailed mod. That's probably my favorite of these so far. I think we've got time for one more mod. Okay. Just for fun, let's check out Sword and Sandals 4 Fixus Edition. Characters can now be automatons. Awesome. Extra camera animations and a lot of fixes. So let's have a quick game. We're not going to obviously play through a whole game of Sword and Sandals 4 because it is a long game to play each, you know, it's basically like a board game. Let's jump in though. See if I can make an automaton character. Begin new quest. It's been a while. Yeah, this was a fun one. So let's go 2 gladiators, create a new one, see if I can make myself an automaton. Body type. What was it? Skeletal. Oh yeah, automatons. Cool. They don't have hair, of course, but they have different colors. Let's have a blue one. Make him a giant. And we'll call him Terminator. to. Nice to see you. Yeah, fighter. Cool. A bit of strength. And you know, this was a simpler version combat-wise than Sword and Sandals 3. We're going to fight against one other player. You can load your own custom gladiators into there if you wanted to. We have any there? We went Stinkavarius. Yeah, he can play against this, but yeah, cool. All right. And for now, you got these other board games. They're not there yet, but let's jump in. This was a weird game. This was like a whole bunch of mini games with a sort of a Mario Party style wrapper around it. It was probably the closest comparison. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, let's do a mini game. Siege Master. Take arms. It's time to join the siege. How much damage can your catapult do to the castle? 10 gold pieces per hit. So from memory, you got to do this, and then so if you damage the wall, you get gold. Oh yeah, but you've only got 30 seconds to do it. Now there's heaps of mini games in Sword and Sandals 4. Again, of various qualities. Some of them are really good. Some of them are not so good. I made a lot of them, and actually some of my old co-workers made a bunch of the other ones, and I kind of reskinned them using Sword and Sandals artwork. So that's why there's such a variety. Clearly, I'm really good at this. 30 gold. Okay, and his turn as well now. Oh, we gotta find monster. And so there are, of course, battles in Swords and Sandals 4 as well. A skeleton, and he's like a wandering monster, basically. Dominate him. And if you die in this, you don't actually die. I think you lose gold and stuff like that. But you can actually challenge other gladiators. Oh, he did beat me. Let's see what happens. I can't remember. No, he helped me back up. I think they helped me back up. And, you know, you win basically sort of golden sandals here to whoever wins the most mini games, whoever travels the furthest, whoever, you know, does the coolest things, basically. Oh, there's a golden sandal. Can't get it. Hey, another turn. We'll have one more turn, I think. This is you could fight another gladiator here if you wish. We'll play one more mini game. Badlands. Explore the desert wastes using a highly volatile rocket on your back. Okay. In this one, you gotta go, whoa. 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 Keep going. Keep going. Oh, what the? This is a classic Flash game. This is like the most classic. So those potions give you extra fuel. I remember this was originally a game called Wolf and Swine 2. Oh, I can't spin around anymore. Whoa. Oh, that gives you fuel. That's good. But I can't get past it. Oh, and we burn up. Weird one. Some of them are so bizarre. It's a fun game, you know. At the time, I was a little critical of it because it was really so far from the arena games that I wanted to build. Hey, we switched positions. But looking back now, I'm pleasantly fond of it, and I think a lot of people have really good memories of this game as well. Mini boss. A monster. Anyway, we'll leave that one there. All right, thanks for joining me today on this little stream, a little whirlwind tour of some of the new mods available in the Sword and Sandals Classic Collection. If you're new to the series, play the originals first because they're a little bit, you know, probably better balanced and they probably make a little bit more sense. But if you're a veteran of the series or, you know, feeling a little game to try something really new, definitely check out the fan mods. And again, a huge thank you to those mod creators who built them. And I hope to add a bunch more mods to this series in the future. There are still bugs and so on in Classic Collection that have been there for many, many years. Every year I try to update the games with as many little fixes as I can. Some of the code is 20 years old and, you know, and built in Flash and using a dead language called ActionScript. So it can be really hard to kind of sift through all the craziness. But, you know, I still remember it. As old as I get, I still remember that, you know, how these things work. And it is a great honor and a privilege to be able to still be bringing Sword and Sandals to the world after all these years. So Gladiators, I thank you for being longtime fans of the series. And without you guys, there would be no Sword and Sandals. And I'll be forever grateful. Until next time, my friends, I'll see you guys in the arena. I'm Oliver Joyce, and bye for now.